So this video today is going to show you the easiest way for you to go out and build an opt-in funnel for your business. Now, if you're not quite sure what an opt-in funnel is, it's where you go out and you have a landing page that has a form on it and people can put in their email address to register for your mailing list. And sometimes in return, they will put in their email address in return for you giving something for free, which would be a lead magnet. You're magnetizing them to becoming a lead for your business through offering them an incentive. So I want to show you how this is all going to work because I have this set up for my website currently, and I also need to go and set up another one today. And that's why I thought I'd make this video. We're actually going to do one that I need to set up today for my own business. So this is one that I already have set up in my website. So if you go to wagepirate.com now and you click on this button over here, start your store, you'll land on this page here. It has no header. It has no footer. Well, it's got a little bit of a footer, but it's basically all it has is this row up here that says this free course will help you build a WooCommerce store that makes more sales. And then it just has a few photos there that support, people putting in their email address. When people click start free course, this modal pops up. So I can go ahead and put in my details like that. I'll click start this course. And then from here, people land on this page here. It says, please check your inbox. I've just sent you the first lesson. They go to their inbox. Here it is. Get ready. This is the best way to start your online store. You click this email. Thanks for signing up. Please click the link below to confirm your subscription to my mailing list. I just need to update that. And you'll be taken instantly to the entire Start Your Store course. And when they click this, they land on the first lesson inside this course. Now, if you're not offering a course, you might be giving people a PDF or an ebook or something like that. So this link here would just take them to download that PDF from your website. But that's what we're doing here. We're having an opt-in page, which is the page that was before this one. And then I'll show you how to set up this opt-in form. So when you click the button, it shows up like there. Then I'll show you how to set up that next page that we saw, which was the thank you, please check your inbox. And then I'll also show you how to send this email and, basically just do everything that I've just shown you really. So that's what an opt-in funnel is. Why you want to be using these is because you can go and build your email list. You need to have an email list set up for your business. Like if you go to my website, I've just started blogging and I already have all my lead magnets and my mailing list and all that sort of stuff set up because I know how important it is. So make sure that you do have that set up. And if you don't, then this video is going to be really helpful for you for getting started. Okay, so this is an opt-in funnel. Now, the one that we're going to build today is actually for a plugin that I'm going to be releasing in the future. So if we go to my website, so here we are on the homepage, and let's just say we go to step by step, and then we go start an online store with WordPress. You can see that I've made this really long. I mean, there's a lot of content here, and basically I wanted to put as much content as I could on one page so that you, who's going out and building an e-commerce website with WordPress and WooCommerce, would be able to just bookmark this URL and then refer to it sort of like the Bible of building a WooCommerce website, and what I know about doing it. So I knew that this page had to be really long and it's, I've maybe done a fifth of it. So it's going to be a really long in-depth tutorial. But what I wanted to do is based on that, having everything on this one page, I needed people to be able to navigate it easily. And so obviously table of contents plugin is going to be what we're going to be using there. I tried every table of contents plugin under the sun, all the ones from Code Canyon. I tried the ones from the WordPress repository. I installed them all and nothing made this really long article really easy to navigate. And so I actually worked with my developer and we've come up with this solution here, which works like this. So let's just say you're scrolling down the page. Now, this isn't finished. This is like, we're still actively coding it and then we need to turn it into a WordPress plugin. So there's a lot more work to do. There's a couple of bugs, but you'll get the idea of how it's going to work. So if we hover on the table of contents here, see how it slides out. And then let's just say we go fulfilling orders using CSV files. So let's call this the level one. This is like the parent menu, the main. These are our H2s on the page. So if I go fulfilling orders using CSV files and I click, so now that stays up there and we're seeing all the sub menus under there. So that was, if we go back up, these are H2s. If we click on this, that stays up there. These are all the H3s under this H2. And then we could click on one of these. So we could go upload tracking numbers in WooCommerce. Now we're down there, so I haven't finished writing that. But if we go back here, there's also more submenus. So if we go preparing your order CSV file or export orders here, so export orders, if I click on this, then that goes down. So now we're 3 levels deep, and we can click here, hover back here. If we want to go upper level, we could just click on this, and that's going to open it again and scroll back there. Paying your suppliers, if we click into that, we're back here. We can jump to any level just by clicking on it. So if we want to go straight to the main menu again, click there, we're back to the main menu. And then we can just click to close, we can scroll, hover again, and then we can go cost of goods plugin, back. It's honestly, it's so easy to get through a really long article using that, and I'm really excited to release it. So what we're doing today is, because we're still coding this, we're going to set up a opt-in funnel where people can pre-register their interest to be notified when our table of contents plugin goes live. So there's a couple of different ways that we can do that. So I want to show you how I would do that today based on me running this website right now. Now, to do this, we need 2 plugins. So if we go back here into the WP admin menu area, we're going to be using a plugin called WooFunnels, and we're going to use a plugin called Autonami. Now, both of these plugins are actually developed by the one company. And so it's actually really good because they are bundled together for a better discount on their website. So I've actually wrote in-depth reviews on Autonami, and I'm halfway through the one on WooFunnels. It's a really in-depth review just because I love these plugins so much, and there's just so much to cover. This is taking a while, but I have finished the Autonami one. So I'm going to put links to my reviews on both of these there. And I'm also going to put a link below to a blog post on my website where I go through the lifetime deal, because you can actually buy these together as a bundle as part of a lifetime deal if you did want to do that. And I do some comparisons with ClickFunnels pricing and so on. So the way to think about this is WooFunnels is the front end. That's the plugin that we're going to be using to build our forms. It's the plugin that we're going to be using to build our opt-in pages. And yeah, basically anything the customer sees, it's going to be built by WooFunnels. And then the Autonami plugin is going to handle what happens on the back end. So when somebody submits the form, we're going to add them as a contact here under contacts. So if we click here, they'll get added as a contact here. There's me. If I click into myself, you can get an idea. It's literally a one-to-one, in my eyes, a one-to-one replacement of ActiveCampaign. And I've actually done a comparison of Autonami to ActiveCampaign and why I left ActiveCampaign for Autonami. So I'll put that below as well. It's a really good blog post where I share some of my thoughts. But this is like, it's a CRM. So it stores all the contact details of people that fill in our opt-in forms. And then we can do automations. So if I click into here and I just click into one of these. So, general plugin tips here. If somebody fills in this form, I create a contact in Autonami and then I tag them. And I could also, send them an email if that happens and, that sort of stuff. So just if you use ActiveCampaign, similar to the stuff there. And then if we go to broadcast, this is where you send your one-off email. So you go, I want to send an email to everyone in my master mailing list that has the tag table of contents plugin pre-register, and then I would use that to send them an email and say, hey, look, the table of contents plugin is live now. So it's where you store your contact details, where you send all your email marketing campaigns from, and where you have all your different automations set up inside. Now, inside Autonami, we're going to be mainly focused on this part forms, but I'm going to show you how that all works a little bit later on in this video. But I just wanted to show you guys that we're going to be using WooFunnels and Autonami. Now, there is actually a third plugin that I've recently been doing a lot of work using, and I want to make a whole separate video on it just to go through it because it is a big change in my business. But I recently left Beaver Builder and migrated my entire website over to using a plugin called Bricks Builder, which is a page builder for WordPress, but it's a page builder and theme in one. So everything just works, and it's so fast to load and build your websites. And then also from doing speed tests on my website, it actually loads faster than any website I've ever built. So it's fast to build the websites. The websites load fast for visitors, and it works. So I definitely recommend checking out Bricks Builder if you haven't, but I'm not going to touch on that too much here. You'll see me use it a little bit in here. But yeah, there's three plugins that we're going to be using. So now that we've gone through that, let's go ahead and I'm going to show you the first way that I would use WooFunnels and Autonami and Bricks to set up the opt-in funnel. And this is based on me already having one set up. So remember, if we go to start your store, so this here, here I have already set up. So really, if it was just me doing this today, I would clone this funnel, change the content, and I'd be good to go. So I'll show you how I would do that. So if we go back, let's go to our admin area, and then let's go down to WooFunnels and then funnels. So start your store. So I'm just going to clone this. So duplicate, and then I'll click into it. And then I'm just going to rename this. So table of contents pre-sale, not pre-sale, pre-registration. Cool. And then the opt-in. So I just rename all of these. I like to be nice and neat. So if we go up here and we just go edit, so opt-in, and then I just usually paste that stuff. So opt-in and paste, that'll just fix itself if you do that. And then over here, I'm just going to rename these. So like that, and then check your email and then that. So update. And now that's done. So I'll just close them, go back here and refresh. So here is our funnel. So let's start with our opt-in page. So let's click into this. And then I'm going to preview this. Okay, so this is what it looks like here. So if you are using Bricks, it took me a little bit to figure out what was going on. If you're using Bricks Builder, it's a little bit different inside WooFunnels. So if you go back here and you click edit template, and now you're editing here, you want to make sure you go to the opt-in page over here. And then I don't actually have the template showing here. So if we go over to here and then we go to preferences and then panels, we want to go template. Okay, we'll do that and then click X. Now, if we go back here, so click on here, we have our template. You want to make sure you have default template selected. So if we go update, and now let's just refresh this, and then we'll go edit with Bricks, and this is going to load. And now we're editing inside the Bricks Builder page builder. So if we save this and then we just preview this, there is our page all ready to go. Ignore this. This is a plugin that I'm using just to see what scripts and styles are loaded on the page. It's a really good one called Asset Cleanup. I'd highly recommend checking that out. You can basically, on a per page basis, turn off plugins loading. So it just speeds up your website. I'll leave a link to that in the description below as well. So if we go back here, so this is all, this is all ready to go. So we just need to edit this content. So let's go back into Bricks Builder. So now we just need to update this content to be about the pre-registration for the table of contents plugin. So, this will be the best table of contents plugin ever. Like I say, it's still being. So I've just edited some of the text here. So we are currently building the best table of contents plugin for WordPress. Please click the button below if you'd like to be notified once we launch it. And then I'll just edit this button. So get notified on launch like that. Now this here, the URL, it is going to go WP pop-up. So this URL, I'm going to touch on this a little bit later and show you where we got that from. But just know that WooFunnels has a built-in variable, which is this. And if that's added to any opt-in page button or link, that opens up the modal. And then you add whatever you want into the modal sort of thing, the form. So that's what we're going to do there. So when people click this button, it's going to open the modal. For this, you know what? Let's just get rid of this for this tutorial. So I'll just go ahead and delete that. So we'll just leave that like that. Again, just to make this tutorial nice and simple. So there we go. So if we go ahead and we preview this now, so it'll look like this. So there's our text. We click on this and then the modal shows. So that's all good to go there. I'd obviously get rid of myself and put a picture of the table of contents there. But again, we're focusing more about the setup here. So if we go back, I'm just going to close these. I'm a fiend for having tabs open and getting confused. So let's go here. We'll go back to our funnels and then here, table of content pre-registration. So we'll click back into the opt-in step. And then here under the design tab, if we scroll down, see where it has this. So opt-in form shortcode and opt-in pop-up link. So that was that code that I showed you just before. We added that to the button. And what that does is it opens the pop-up, so the modal. If you use a shortcode like this, it will output the form inline. So for example, if we edit this template here and then we edit with Bricks, if I was to go here and under this button, let's go ahead and add a shortcode element. So in there, I'm going to paste that in and click save. If we go ahead and refresh this and look at it on the front end, you can see the form is output from that shortcode. I'm actually going to, if we click on this, we got the modal and we got the button there. I wouldn't obviously do that, but for this tutorial, I just want to show you how both of those would work as we go to the next step. So we have this that's outputting this form here. and then we're using this on the button to open up the pop-up. So let's go ahead and let's go to the form. So first name, email. So we could request the last name. If you click on this, we can make the default, we can make it required or not. You can add custom fields here. So we could go and add a field. So we could say it's a text or a radio, for example, we might want people to opt in, and maybe they're opting into like a giveaway, or they're opting in for the chance to win something like a package from our business. So here we could make this a text area, and then it would be tell us why you should win. And then, on the front end, people could go and fill out that form and they can send a message as to why they think they should win. I actually did that exact same thing on this tutorial that I did here, a blog post on my website. It was all about setting up a coming soon page using WooFunnels. But if you go down a little bit, I go through and I show you how to set up a coming soon page and collect email addresses like this with this custom field here. Tell us why you should win. And they're going into the draw to win a free maternity shoot. So that's the, fake business that I've set up there. But I show you more about that there. I'll link that blog post below as well. But if we go back here, that's sort of, you can customize the form however you want there. If we go down to the customize tab, you can see we have the inline and we have the pop-ups. Now we're customizing how the form looks. So I like my buttons to be full width where they can be. So if we go here, we can go down to width and go full like that. And if we save the changes there, what I really like is that if we go to the pop-up here, it actually updates it there as well. You can overwrite it. But if we refresh here, you can see the button is now full width. And if we click on this, the button is full width there. You can show and hide elements. So we could turn this on, turn this off, and so on. You guys get the idea here. I'm not going to spend too much time there. The last tab here, if we go to actions, you have a couple of options here. So you could email yourself, to say that you've just got the lead. If we go to CRM, you could enable this form to connect to these services here. We're not going to be doing that. We're going to be doing something else I'm going to show you in a second. You could do with LearnDash. So when they fill in this, you assign them to the course. I generally wouldn't use this here inside WooFunnels because I use Autonami, and Autonami is like this, but on steroids. You can do a whole lot more. So I basically don't use anything here under actions. I don't use anything here. And settings, you can set up a custom redirection. So when they fill in this form, where do you want them to go? Some custom CSS. But they're the settings that you have available for you there. If you didn't want to use Autonami and you did want to connect to a CRM, that's sort of, but these two tabs here, actions and settings, I don't use them ever. The design tab, that's the one that I'm using to customize, what these pages look like. The form, if I need to add fields, I'm obviously in there. Customize, I don't really touch because once I've set up how my fields are going to look on my website, I'm just cloning these opt-in funnels all the time. And so it just clones the look of the form. So they all match my website. So I really just go design, change it, maybe add a field in forms, and I'm done. So if we go back to here, go back to our funnel, right? This is our opt-in funnel. So this is our opt-in page. Now, the last thing I want to do, I'm just going to edit this quickly, and I'm just going to remove this inline form. So go here, I'm just going to delete that shortcode, click save, refresh the page, and now that is gone. So click like that. So very simple. We don't want to distract people. All I want to do is just say, hey, I'm launching this soon. Are you interested? Sort of email address. So no header, no footer, and so on. So this is going to be our final opt-in page for this tutorial. Bit of text, a simple call to action, and they can click the button and register to get notified when I release the plugin. Now, worth noting here is that, again, there's no header. There's this minimal footer here, but I'd probably, I'd keep that. It's just so simple, but the header's gone. You don't want to distract people with your opt-in pages. You want to have just one pathway for people to go to increase your conversion rate and just put the focus solely on that thing that you want people to do. If you aren't sure how to disable your header and footer inside Bricks Builder, if you go to my website, I've just wrote this post here, disable the header and footer in Bricks, and it goes through the different ways that you can go ahead and do that, because there's a couple of different ways to do it. There's one that I use and I'd probably recommend everyone doing. So I definitely recommend going and checking out the two different ways that you can do it there and the one that I recommend. But now that we've gone ahead and set up this page here, if we go back to our funnel, so if we go here, so we'll go funnels, and then table of contents pre-registration, we've completed this one here, and then check your email. If I have a look at this one here, all we need to do is just go edit with Bricks. That loads it here. We'll go save. So I just updated this. Please check your inbox. Please click the link in the email I have just sent you to confirm you want to be notified when our table of content plugin launches. Yeah, so that's all good to go. So that's really all we need to do there. So I'll close that. So this is all done. So the last thing that we need to do now is to link this form up and send send the email. So the way that we're going to do that is using the Autonami plugin. So if we go to Autonami and then we go to forms, we'll click add new, and I'll just call this opt-in, and this is going to be for the table of contents pre-registration like that, and we'll click add. And then this is going to be a WooFunnels opt-in form. So Autonami integrates with all of these straight out of the box, and you can also integrate it using webhooks. So it pretty much integrates with like everything if you do that. But WooFunnels here, the opt-in, and then we select the opt-in form. So it's going to be this one here, and then we click next. Then we just map the fields. So from the opt-in form, first name goes to inside Autonami for the contact first name. Email goes to email. So when people fill in the form, it gets saved in Autonami as a contact here. And then I would just leave all these for now. What you could do is obviously we need to make sure that people that are doing this, we know that they're interested in pre-registering. So we could go table of contents pre-registration like that. So enter. So we'll tag them and we will add them to our mailing list master list. So like master list. I have an automation behind the scenes that already does that. So I won't do that there, but you know, depending on how you set it up for yourself, you could. But we're going to tag them. We're going to update existing contacts in case they're already in there. And I'm not going to trigger any automations because we don't really have anything to do right now. We're just building this list until the plugin is released. So if we click next, so enable email notifications. So we're going to turn that on, and it's going to be from me, and it's going to say, you know, great. So here, great. Please confirm your interest in the table of contents plugin. So, you know, thanks for signing up. Please click the link below to confirm your subscription to our mailing list and to be notified when we release this table of contents plugin. And then here, confirm your subscription. And then here, yes, please subscribe and notify me of the table of contents plugin release. So like that. Now, if we click on this here, it says contact confirmation link. So this here in the two brackets, that's called a merge tag inside Autonami, and that just outputs the data. So here it's a merge tag for the contact's name. This one here is for their confirmation link. So if somebody clicks this, the URL, if we edit this, the URL is going to have the merge tag of their confirmation link. So if they click that, it's going to subscribe them as a contact inside Autonami, confirm the double opt-in, and now we just need to redirect them to a URL once they click this link in the email. So in the previous example for the Start Your Store, I was sending people to the URL of the first lesson of the Start Your Store course. We need to send them somewhere else. So what we can actually do, let's go to WooFunnels, and then we're going to go to Funnels, and then here we'll click into this one. And then this last step, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to duplicate it, and then we're going to click to edit. And then here, I'm just going to rename this, and we're going to call this email confirmation like that. So I'll just copy that, paste, and then we're going to edit the template. Got default template. That's what we want with Bricks Builder. So we'll click edit. And then for this, I'm probably going to remove like all of this. So I'll just go ahead and delete that stuff, and I'll delete the progress bar. And then here, I'll just say, great, we'll email you shortly. So I've just updated this. So great, we'll email you shortly. We're estimating to be complete within the month. I'm just making that up. I'm not sure how long it's going to take. In the meantime, please check out our latest blog post. And then here, we'll just add a button. So we'll go here and go button. We'll click add. And then this button, we're just going to say, and then here, I'm just going to say, see latest blog post like that. And then this is just going to go to our blog page like that. So I'll save that, and then we can just preview this just to make sure it's all working. So click. Now we're on the blog post. That's all good. And I'm actually going to go back and I'm just going to add some margin there like that. We'll save. Okay, that's all looking good. So now what we need to do, let's go ahead and preview this. So we'll go save and then open. So this here, great, we'll email you shortly. Let's get this URL. So I'm just going to copy that entire URL. Go back here where we're sending this email. So when they do that, when somebody clicks this, yes, please subscribe me, we're going to redirect them to that page in our funnel like that. And then here we'll click activate. And now that's all done. So let's go ahead and do a final test of what we've just set up. So let's go back to our funnel there, funnels and then funnels. And I'm actually going to go ahead and delete myself from Autonami. So let's go to Autonami and contacts. And this contact here, grant demos, let's go ahead and delete. So confirm. So now I'm no longer in there. So let's go back to our funnels. So WooFunnels funnels. And then here, let's just open up our funnel. Okay, so we're going to send people here. So maybe like this YouTube video, it'll be like register your interest for for the table of contents plugin, people land here, registered to be notified, get notified on launch, enter your details. We didn't update this, so really easy to do. Let's go back and edit our funnel and then edit the opt-in step. And then under under customize, we want to edit the popover and the heading and here. So enter your details below and we'll send you an email once we launch our table of contents plugin. Save like that, and then we'll click save changes. And while we're here, the button needs to change the text. So let's go down and we're going to change this to, then here I'll just say, yes, email me on launch. So let's go ahead and save. Let's go back here. So yes, I want to be notified on launch to get the table of contents plugin, our details, and then we'll go, yes, email me on launch. And then it says, perfect, please check your inbox. We've just sent you a link like that. So here it is in my inbox. It says, please confirm your interest. Hi Grant, thanks for signing up. Click the link below to be notified when we release. When we click this, we land on this page here. Great, we'll email you shortly. We're estimating here. In the meantime, please check out our latest blog posts. Click there. Now they're on our blog consuming our content. Now, if we go back to the admin area and let's go back to Autonami and then contacts. So there I am there. And then if we click into it, so you can see my name, email address, subscribed on this date. You can see I'm subscribed up here. So the alternative would be unsubscribed or not confirmed. And if we go down, there's my tag. So pre-registration. So once we go ahead and we do release this plugin, then I would go into broadcast and then I would go to add new and I would go table of contents first live event or something and click add. And then I would do, standard. And then here I would go next. And then here I'm going to add a filter. So if I go add and it's going to be the segments and it's going to be tags, matches any, and it would be table of contents, pre-registration, and I'll go filter. So it's just me now. So then I would go next, go down. So now I'm writing the email to everyone that pre-registered. So I'm going to use the drag and drop builder. So if I click on that and I click start, so the builder's loading. Now I'm in the email builder inside of the Autonami plugin, and I could go ahead and design this. So, I'll drag my column in there and then I'll add an image in there, right? That's going to be the logo. So I'll just go to upload image and then I'll go logo. And then I'm going to do the white logo like that. And I'm actually going to make this header here. I'm going to make the background black. So background color, I'm going to go over to here and go black. And then I'm going to click on this. And then the size of this, I'm going to get rid of this and just make it a bit smaller like that. And then if we go to my website, I might keep it the same where the header sits in the same area. So over here, so I would probably go ahead and make this black as well. I'm really just doing this to show you how the email builder works because I know some people are probably wondering how you go and build emails. And this here is hands down so much better than ActiveCampaign's email builder. So definitely if you are an ActiveCampaign, I would highly recommend reading my blog post below where I compare ActiveCampaign to Autonami and why I made the switch. This email builder and the ability for you to just easily manage your media inside WordPress, it's just, I can't believe ActiveCampaign still does it the way they do with their folder structure. It just feels so ancient when I go on there. So here, let's go ahead and add our heading. So we'll go heading, we'll drag it into there. And then this color is going to be white, that or gray. We'll make it white. And then I'll go introducing the table of contents plugin, the best table of contents plugin ever. I'm just making this up. So we'll add another row at the bottom here. Now we'll make this the content area. So maybe we want to make this background, white, and then we'll add our text in here. So this is where we type the email. So we'll get out of this and it's going to be our text and, hi, and then I'd put your name in there. So merge tags, contacts, and first name. And then we are live. The table of contents plugin that you pre-registered now available for sale. And then I would add a button module there. So that would take people there now like that. And we'd have our footer down the bottom and so on. So I'd click save and get out of that. Lastly, let's go up and do a subject. So the best table of contents plugin is here finally. And I kid you not, I did try every single plugin and I feel like this one is actually the most user-friendly for long blog posts. So if you're writing SEO content, long blog posts, just go to the website and have a play with it and sort of play around. But I feel like it really is the best table of contents UI interface for long articles. So we've got the subject there. That's all good to go. Let's go ahead and send a test email to ourselves. So we'll click send email. So I'll head over to here and we'll go into here. So the best table of contents plugin is here. So here's our test email. So it says, hi, John, we are live, yada, yada. John's just the dummy person that Autonami uses for their test emails. We're live, and then people can click that button there. So I haven't spent any time designing that. I'd obviously add more padding here and make it look a lot better. But that is basically how I would go and build up the opt-in funnel to start collecting email addresses now. And then when I do my YouTube videos, I'd be linking to that. And then when we go live, I would come in and send a broadcast like this. And that's how I would design the email. So that covers how to set up an opt-in funnel inside of WordPress. And this is exactly, how I would do it for my business. This is how I am going to do it. If you want to sort of go through and sort of see how it works, there's going to be a link under this video where you can go and register for the table of contents plugin. I'll have this all set up properly and you can sort of go through and see how it works. But at least now you know behind the scenes how it is working as you go through that sequence and sort of how you could do it for yourself. But yeah, what I would recommend is going and reading that blog post where I compare ActiveCampaign to Autonami to give you an idea of just, why this is so powerful. And as you can see, once you've done this once, it's very easy to go and do this again because you're just cloning, changing the content, the design's all there. You can build these really, really fast. So now if building opt-in funnels sounds like something that you might want to do for your business and it's going to benefit your business, what I would recommend doing is going and watching this video here, how to build the ultimate sales funnel inside of WordPress. This one focuses not on email opt-in funnels, but more on sales funnels. So selling physical products or selling a product of some kind, a digital product, a course. So I show you how to set up upsells, downsells, and then also how to collect email addresses before you show them the sales page so that if they abandon your sales page, you have their email address to send them automated emails using Autonami and get them back to your sales page. So it's all there inside that video. That would be a really good video to watch after you finish with this one here. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.